What can you take from Sunday's performance to Saturday's home game with Wigan?
Confidence and belief, but obviously we're back at St Mary's now, and we do well here. We've done very well here over the last 2 seasons. But like Sun Tzu, in the art of war, you never ever underestimate the opposition, and Wigan have done magnificent over the years. Roberto Martinez is a very intelligent manager. They play a very good way. They've survived in the Premier League against all the odds. It's a club I was at myself as a player. So to see them in the Premier League consistently over the last several years is amazing. And great credit should go to them. So we're under no illusions. This is going to be a tough game for us. But it's a game that we've got to look, probably the Manchester City game, you're not expecting us to get anything from. The game against Wigan Athletic, we've got to look to get the 3 points from.
What memories do you have from when you were at Wigan as a player?
Good memories. There were good times. There were good people there. Springfield Park was the stadium at the time, and I had a few injuries. You know, it's fair to say every year I picked up a nasty injury, which is, you know, what you've got to deal with in life. But no, all in all, good times at Wigan.
You touched upon it there in terms of the home form, and obviously your first game in the Premier League back here at St Mary's. How key are the fans going to be, and how important is it to get off to a positive start at home?
Yeah, there's a positivity abounds around Southampton, and you know, the supporters are important. Supporters are critical for us, and they have been for the last 2 seasons. You know, they get behind the players. They're very supportive, very understanding. I think we've got an intelligent group of supporters here. They can see what we're trying to do, our desire, the way we want to go and play. And there's times when things aren't going quite with us, and that's when they get behind the players. And they've done that on numerous occasions over the last 2 seasons. And I'm sure we're going to be counting on them a lot this season to get behind the players again.
Only a week or so into the new season, how much has your role changed now you're a Premier League manager?
I still pick the team. How much has it changed? There's obviously a little bit more media, cameras are knocking about and whatever, but no, it's the same principles. You speak to the players, you're on the training park every day. Obviously now we're in a situation, I'm sure there'll be a question in a moment, the transfer window closes in a week's time, so obviously there's a lot more, you know, we work closely with the recruitment department, and obviously Europe is a big place now, not just Europe, the whole world, and players that potentially could come and play their trade in the Premier League.
You're linked with Gaston Ramirez from Bologna last week. Is there any developments on that deal or that story? I
think the important thing for us now is, because the way the summer period has gone, we've been linked with several players. I think it's fair to say, if and when somebody signs, then we'll announce it. Until then, everything's all speculation. He said, she said, they said, all that sort of stuff. I think if we can just concentrate on what we're doing with the players, obviously this week's going to be a busy week for everybody.
You've been linked with Matty Phillips and Martin Olsen. Are they 2 players that you could potentially like to bring to Southampton? I think
it's a similar sort of answer to the question I've just given. You know, I think we'll concentrate on the Wigan game. It's going to be an intense week next week, I would have thought. I'd like to think we're going to be very active in the window, because I know how hard people are working behind the scenes here at Southampton.
Obviously you've been speaking closely to the chairman, so you think there'll be some additions next week to the squad?
I think I've said in every press conference that there's certain areas that we've always scrutinised to keep improving. It's the evolution of the squad. We want to improve, and it's fair to say that now the transfer window's coming a bit closer, and more decisions are made.